Do your best, my friend. If you know what the best is and you can do it, just go ahead and do it. Don't mind, even if you're the only person doing it. Don't mind, even if you're not rewarded for it. Don't mind, even if you have been disappointed a bit here and there. You know the best, just go ahead and do it. You will be rewarded later. Please don't forget to share, subscribe, and comment. I love these comments. Welcome back, my friends. For those of you who have been on this space, dig out your uniqueness, you're most welcome. And for the new ones, you're just welcome to the space where we're talking about our uniqueness. Dig out your uniqueness and know what the Lord has created you to do. Today, I come with these two stories, just two like this. I hope we learn something from it. There were two people. Let me begin with the imagined one. There were two children staying in a home, and this story was actually told to me by my mother. So one was called Kachenche and another one was called Kachende. And they used it to stay together in one house. One day, Kachenche told Kachende, "Would you please close that door? We are going to sleep, and you see it is already at night. Close the door." And Kachenche simply said, "I cannot close the door. Kachende, you are the one who entered last. Would you please close the door?" So the struggle went on and on. Kachenche says, "Kachende, please close." Kachende also says, "Kachenche, you are the one to close. You are the only one who usually closes." And so on this fateful day, everyone refused to close the door. And now Kachenche used it to sleep in the room, and then Kachende used it to sleep in the sitting room. And so Kachenche thought because she sleeps in the bedroom, she's safe from any wild animal that would come. But also Kachende, in his mind, he already had an idea that even if an animal comes, me, I will hide behind the door, it will not see me. And so what happened? Kachenche went in the bedroom and slept. Also, Kachende slept in the sitting room. Meanwhile, as they started to sleep, even the lion came looking for where to stay, only to see an open house, and it entered. By the time the lion entered, the person who was on the doorway in the sitting room called Kachende was already asleep. And then the lion grabbed him and started eating him up to when actually the lion finished him very well. But when the lion had finished eating Kachende, the lion again realized there is another person in the bedroom. You think Kachenche was spared? Kachenche was also not spared. The lion entered and also ate her. So they were both eaten. Everyone thought by the time the lion or any other wild animal comes, me, I will run for my life. But bad enough, everyone was asleep. Then the lion entered without their knowledge and started with Kachende, who was in the sitting room, entered the bedroom and ate Kachenche. The family just ended like that. The job was just so simple. If any of them would break, their hearts would break and say, "I don't want to lose my sister," or "I don't want to lose my brother," and they just moved and closed the door, they were going to be safe even if the lion came. But everyone kept on pulling ropes. "I don't want to close." The other one, "I don't want to close." Finally, they died just like that. So after Deborah and Esther, my daughters, had heard this story, I think they learned their lesson and got their lesson, hid it in their hearts. So on this day, I was just there. You know how children wake up and they are rushing to go to school. Bambi, this day, Deborah woke up and she never felt like going to school. She kept on working, like sitting in the chairs, folding her arms. She keeps on telling Esther, "Esther, you know what? I don't feel like going to school." So they were there. I would come and say, "Please, girls, are you ready? We go. Are you ready? We go." They kept on giving excuses, only to see that Esther had already finished putting on, but my Kapua girl was still there, fearing water, fearing to bathe. She actually suggested, "Mommy, can I go back and sleep?" Just take note that one is in P3 and another one in P1. And so I told her, "Please, today is a day for going to school. Please, can you go and bathe?" But when her sister realized that Deborah is not willing to go to school today, I just saw her telling her, please, you just come. I will help you. I will help you to bathe. Oh, it was so good in my eyes to see two little young girls wanting to help each other. And willingly, Deborah surrendered. And I saw her big sister, the big sister who is just 8 years, helping her to bathe. And she was encouraging her, please just hurry. Let me give you your uniform. Let me give you your shoes. I wondered, how could she even have all this big heart just like that? She's not being forced. She's not being caned if she doesn't do it. But she's feeling like, if my sister is weak and she cannot do it, and I lose nothing by doing it, let me just help. And she helped. It was so fast. Before I knew it, the girls were ready and we went to school. Yeah, so I had a lot to learn from these girls. It's like sometimes we want to make life so complicated unnecessarily. Just imagine, of course, she didn't give up maybe her food or what, but she did what she knew how to do best at that moment. And there are some moments that come and you're supposed to do indeed what you know best, but you give excuses, you run away from reality, you just keep, you don't want to harm yourself in any way. You like, I have already put on. Now my daughter had other excuses. She had already put on. She was ready. It was not her responsibility. I was not going to cane her for that. But the big heart, she did what she could do best to help her sister. I can guess the things that have really been hindering you from doing your best. And if I'm guessing right, your number one could be, why should it be me always? Like, you're wondering, you are married, you are two people in the house, but all the time you are the one to say sorry. You are the one to ask for forgiveness. And for you, in your heart of hearts, it's like you're tired. You look at your bigger family, you are many, but when it comes to maybe contributing for this and that, they want you to do it alone. And you're like, why is it always me? You look at the reconciliation in your marriage, like, if your husband keeps quiet and you decide to keep quiet, you will actually finish a month without talking. So you have been doing that and you feel like it's his turn. If he doesn't do it, I'll not do it. Why is it always me? Why is it always me to forgive? Why is it always me to be good? You're tired. And number two, you could be thinking of, I've always done the best, but I've not been rewarded for it. And so you think, Mfuna muchi. You are there wondering, who will remember me even if I do good? I've been doing good all my life. I've not been rewarded for it. I've not been appreciated. You know, some people are so stubborn. Even if you do for them, the list is endless. They will not even come out to say that thank you or I appreciate, or they will just say it by word, but their actions, so they're not even grateful. And so you have been doing your best, but all you have really reaped is you have been abused, you have been taken advantage of. Even when the man does anything wrong, he knows you're coming out to say, I'm sorry, or forgive me, or let's reconcile. And so you've not been rewarded and you feel like, I've been doing a lot. You could be right. Yeah, it's painful. Number three, I'm thinking you have had a past experience that hurts you. It's like you have seen it all. You have helped people. You have been your best. And so actually you're tired. You are now thinking, I would rather live my life. Another person said, Nataka sinje no okay, hai. You have decided to give yourself peace other than doing anything good for anyone. Because the people you helped, they didn't help you back. Not even helping you back, they didn't appreciate you. Not even that, they tarnished your name. And so you feel like, even if I know how to do best, I will just do good, or I will just ignore. And you have been hurt. Maybe you saw your mom helping people and they ran away. Now you are suffering. And so you feel like, even if I have grown, I will never, 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 never bring those relatives to my home or anywhere. And then you have been doing good, but the results are not coming out right. Instead of harvesting right, you are harvesting the worst. And so you feel like, because of what I have been harvesting as a result of doing my best and people are doing me the worst, I better stop here. Like I said, our community, our society is in very, very short supply of people who know they should do the best and they are doing it. And how I pray that you'll be part of those people who can do their best all the time. Do your best whether you are at your workplace. Do your best whether you are at your church, in your marriage, in your bigger family. Do your best. And there must be a reason. Number one, you must do your best is because God blessed you, endowed the gifts in you to do your best. You should just be grateful that you're doing your best. For example, I use it to underestimate my gift of hosting people until I talked to someone that hates hosting people. She was like, how do you manage hosting like 10 people? And then before like 2 weeks pass by, you are hosting other people. And to me, I feel joy. I just feel happy when I see people are eating. I just feel happy when I'm cooking. But for her, she was like, whenever I just think about of visitors, it's like I want to run and hide. Because the thought of cooking, the thought of washing plates, the thought of arranging, it's all so difficult. And so I realized I should just be grateful. So if you know God blessed you to do that specific task, just go ahead and do it. Just be grateful and know that what the Lord has told you, by those sometimes, do this. It's not necessary that he has told other people about it. If he has told you, please put your marriage in order, he could have told you and not told your husband. If the Lord has told you, please arrange that bigger family, make sure you are having altar and you're praying, prayer altars, and for you feel like let all other people also participate, the Lord could have spoken to you. So the blessing is with you. Just hold it tight, be grateful, and go ahead and do your best. And number two, you will find peace only if you do the best. I want to tell you, my friend, if you know how to do best and then you're doing bad, you're doing worse, you're doing the worst, you will not find peace. At the end of the day, there is real you, the unique you. You will feel like, I was supposed to do this. And because you have not done it, you will not find peace. For example, you know, when you go to Easter, or you have been to Easter, you can recall that so faster. Or when you were in Christmas, you will find you are a bigger family, but there is always that one person in charge of food. And if you are that person, let me just talk to you. If one day you say, it's always me thinking about time, minding about what we cook or how we cook it or when we eat it, if one day you fold your hands like this, just be sure you will eat, but don't mind. You will see the quality of food you will eat and you will not have peace. You will see the time you will eat and you will not have peace. And even to make matters worse, you might fail to eat the food. If you know how to cook and you just pretend you don't want to cook today, you know how to do best but you're doing bad or you're doing good, you will not enjoy yourself. So for the sake of peace, for the sake of your soul coming down, please do your best. And then number three, even if you have been disappointed before, but just know there is hope. Don't close your doors because you helped someone and they didn't come out to appreciate you. Just because they didn't appreciate you doesn't mean you did wrong or doesn't mean you shouldn't give other people a chance. I remember when I was in my senior 6 vacation, there is this great lady. I don't know whether she will ever understand the depth of my gratitude. But this is the lady who just called me Bambi, Mommy Mabel. Thumbs up. She called me just randomly from my high school. She just went through our head teacher and she was like, she wants to mentor only four ladies. And surprisingly, I was among. Always thought that that program was just for me. Because you just imagine someone coming from the village, and then don't think I was now in London. I was in Imbarara. But for crying out loud, that was my first time to sit in the car and we are moving together going to church. I'm like, hey, can't we just walk? Imagine, I just felt so special because she gave me a chance to realize, by the way, you're special, by the way, God created you with a purpose. Just imagine she closed her doors and said, I have been disappointed as I helped others, and so God, you're speaking, but I don't feel like helping, then I would never have felt that special. This is the woman who actually sat me down and said, Dorcas, where is your bag? We are going to church. And in my heart, I was like, a bag for what? What do you want me to put in a bag? Ladies out there who don't know the use of the bag. Bambi, the bag was simply to put my phone, put my hanky, and other things that ladies might want in the bag. But I didn't see the use for that. But she was mentoring me, training me, and actually she's the person who told me, ladies, you even have to sit down, you read some books, you have to get a journal, you note down your gratitude to God. She taught me lots and lots of things, including teaching me about sexual purity. She told me how I need to be careful. Yes, I was going to campus, but I should be careful, including even asking God about the partner. For me, I thought God would just bring anyone, but she challenged me. You must know that you're special, and when you're special, even the person you marry, you should be careful. You should be listening from God. My decisions had to change. And so, my friend over there, could you be that next person really to help someone out? If you know how to do anything the best way, please go ahead and do it. If you have been blessed by this video, just please go ahead, comment, tell me about it. If you have been blessed, don't just keep quiet. Share and subscribe such that many other people will learn about these videos, and even the notification bell, make sure you hit it. Then the next time I load in another video, you'll be able to watch. Thank you. Bye.